Okay, so good morning everyone. So again, this is our lesson 3 for business mathematics. Okay, base, rate, and percentage. Okay, so we are going to tackle about base, rate, and percentage. Okay, first is that our objectives. At the end of this lesson, the students should be able to first is to identify and define base, rate, and percentage. Next is explain the relationship between base, rate, and percentage. And then solve for the base, rate, and percentage. Okay, at the end of our lesson, um, you will be able to identify, define, explain the relationship between base, rate, and percentage, and then you will be able to solve for the base, rate, and percentage. Okay, as I will give um, an examples on how to find base, rate, and percentage. Okay, so just like this one, 25% of 60 is what? Kumbaga, um, ano daw ang 25% ng 60? Okay, so the same as what is 50% of 100? What is 30% of 90? Just like that. So we are going to find we are going to figure out how can we able to find the percentage. Okay. In business, decision makers like managers, owners, and creditors use financial statements issued by a company to make financial analysis to arrive at basic decisions like planning to continue business for owners, maintaining or changing current plans for managers, and continuing to grant credit for creditors. In financial analysis, we determine the percent of increase or decrease in sales or net profit. In this case, we use our knowledge on base, rate, and percentage. So this base, rate, and percentage can be applied to any business, any any kung ano yung mga just like business. Okay, we can apply this base, rate, and percentage. Okay, base refers to that number of which a certain number of hundreds is taken. Base and percentage are compared to obtain the rate. As the basis of comparison, base is the number generally preceded by the words of as much as large as many as, and as great as. Also is regarded as the whole. Ang rate naman is refers to the number of hundreds taken. It is the result of comparing a number percentage which is regarded as the portion of part to another number, base which is regarded as the whole. It can be expressed in percent, decimal, or fraction. Okay? Yung rate is if may makita kayo sa problem na 0.2 or 3% or 3/4 or 1/8, okay? Yan yung rate. Kasi nga it can be expressed or rate can be expressed in percent, decimal, or fraction. Percentage is the part considered in its quantitative relation to the whole. In other words, it is the part of the whole and that number being compared to another number, which is base. The result obtained when the rate is applied to the base is the percentage. It is expressed in the same unit as the base. That is, if the base is in pieces, the percentage is in pieces. If the base is in number of students, the percentage is in number of students. It is never expressed in percent, which is the common mistake of students. Kasi nga, percentage from the word itself, di ba? Percent. Di ba? So, akala ng iba, percentage is yung the the 3% of the problem, the 5% of the problem. Kasi nga, akala natin which is the percentage. But percentage is, kumbaga, part of the whole. Oha, part of the whole ng ating quantitative relation to the whole, di ba? If we take 50 as the whole and we take 20 as the part, the basis is 50 as whole. If we take 50 as the whole and we take 20 as the part, the base is 50. Percentage is 20, which is the part. Okay, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, percentage is not the kumbaga, kung just like for example, naka-express siya in percent, or which is 5% or 3%, that is not the percentage, which is, it is the rate. Okay, so percentage is 20, which is part, and rate is 20 over 50, which is part over base. Okay, the basic formula to show the relationship between the base rate and percentage is equal to B times R, or the base times the rate. Okay, if you multiply the base and the rate, it is our percentage. Okay, so if any two of the elements are given, the remaining element can be solved for. Okay. It is, however, important that we be able to identify which is the base and which is the percentage. The rate is easy to identify because it is generally expressed in percent. Okay? Madali lang ma-identify yung rate since na it can be expressed in percent or in decimal, diba? Or in fraction, kahit in fraction, rate can be expressed in fraction. As previously mentioned, the rate can also be expressed in fraction or decimal. Okay. Okay, let's go to on finding the percentage. Following our basic formula, P is equal to B times R, or percentage is equal to base times the rate. We find the percentage by multiplying the base by the rate. It is generally easier if we convert the rate to percent, fraction, or decimal, whichever is easier to use. The use of aliquot part is the great help. Okay. Examples. 50% of 24 is what? Okay? Ano daw yung 50% ng 24? Okay? Let us identify the given. Okay. Given R is equal to 50%, since na, as I said a while ago, that the rate can be expressed as decimal, as fraction, or as can be expressed in percent rather. Okay, so 50% is our rate, and then our base is 24. Since the base is yung sabi ko kanina that the base is the whole, right? So the rate is yung percent or the decimal and fraction, and then the percentage is the part. Okay, so solution, P is equal to base times rate. Okay, so since our base is 24 and our rate is 50%, or it can be 0.50 in decimal, or in fraction it is 1/2 or 1/2. Okay, so we have to multiply this one, 24 times 1/2, or it can be 24 times 0.50. Okay, so 24 times 1/2 is equal to 12. Since 24 excuse me. Since 24 times 1 is equal to 24, and then 24 divided by 2 is 12. That's why our P or percentage is 12. Therefore, 50% of 24 is 12. Okay, so kalahati ng 24 is 12. So 12 plus 12 is 24. Okay, next. 23% of 365 pesos is what? Again, we will have to identify the given. Okay? Hanapin muna natin yung given. Rate is, as usual, 23% since na naka 23% is our rate, since that rate is can be expressed in percent. Okay, our base is 365, and then find the percentage or the P. Okay, so again, the formula is P is equal to base times rate. So the same solution. P is equal to 365 times 20%, or 365 times 0.23 or 0.23. The result is 83.95 pesos. Therefore, the 23% of 365 pesos is 83.95 pesos. Okay. What is 3/8 as large as 800? Okay? What is 3/8 as large as 800? Again, hanapin muna natin yung given. B or the base is 800. As I said a while ago, we can be used in base. We can use as large as much as or as great as. Okay, since we use this word as large as 800. So our base is 800 and our rate is 3/8, since na rate can be expressed in fraction. Okay, again, find P. Okay, so the same process. P is equal to 800 times 3/8, or 800 times 0.375. So the result is 300. Therefore, 3/8. What is 3/8 as large as 800? Therefore, sa 800 daw is that ang 300 daw sa 800 is yung 3/8, or 37.5% ng 800 is 300. Okay, again, 37.5% of 800 is 300. Okay. Okay, next. Base. So, finding the base. To find the base, we divide the percentage by the rate. Okay? So, B is equal to P/R, or base is equal to percentage over rate. Okay? Remember the formula or tandaan nyo yung formula. Okay. This is an important tool to remember in business computations. If we want to get the whole or 100%, which is the base, we divide the given number percentage by its corresponding percent or fraction. That is why we have defined base as the number of which a certain number of hundreds. The base is 100% or one whole is taken. Okay. Let us apply the foregoing formula to the following examples. If I have 25 pesos, which represent 1/4 of my entire money, how much money do I have in all? Okay. Meron daw akong 25 pesos, which is yung 25 pesos na yan is 1/4 lang ng aking pera. Okay, nakuha nyo? Nagets nyo? Meron akong 25 pesos, which is ang 25 pesos ko na yan is that 1/4 lang ng aking kabuuang pera. Okay. Now, how much money do I have in all? Okay, first is we will have to identify the given. The given is that P is equal to 25. Okay, since na 25 pesos is part of my entire 25 pesos is part of my entire money. Kumbaga, ang 25 pesos is part ng kabuuan kong pera. Okay. And then the rate is 1/4 since as we can see 1/4 is our rate since it is in a fraction form. Okay. So let us find the base. B is equal to P over R. So we have B is equal to 25 over 1/4. Okay? We're going to use reciprocal method. So 25 times 4 over 1 since na ang reciprocal po is that kung ano po ang yung ang divisor po natin is since na fraction yung divisor natin, we're going to use reciprocal, which is the numerator will be the denominator and then the denominator will be the numerator, and then instead of i-divide po natin, so we are going to use multiplication since we use the reciprocal method. So 25 times 4 over 1. Therefore, we have 100 over 1 or 100 divided by 1 is 100. Therefore, our base is 100. So, yung 25 pesos ko na pera, which is 1/4 of my entire money, so yung buong pera ko is that 100 pesos. Therefore, 25 pesos is 1/4 of 100 pesos. Okay. 300 is 50% of how many? Okay? Yung 300 daw is kalahati daw ng ano daw, which is we are going to find. Okay. Given P is 300 and then the rate is 50% and then the base is P over R, which is 300 over 50% or 0.50, which is 600. Therefore, 300 is 50% of 600. So 300 plus 300 is equal to 600. Okay, finding the rate. To find the rate, we divide the percentage by the base. Okay, so medyo madali lang naman ito. Okay, So rate is equal to P over B or percentage over the base. What part of 400 is 50? Okay. So hahanapin natin yung rate dito. What part of 400 is 50? Okay. So given, first is the given. Base is equal to 400 and then the percentage is 50. Okay, find R. R is equal to P over B or R is equal to 50 over 400 since na our percentage is 50 and our base is 400. Therefore, we have 1 over 8 or 1/8. Therefore, 400, okay, therefore 50 is 1/8 of 400. Wow. Yung 50 daw is 1/8 ng 400. Okay. Okay, if we check, we are going to check 1 over 8 is our rate, di ba? And then our base is 400 and our percentage is 50. So, di ba, the formula of percentage is P. Okay, wait. Okay, so 'di ba yung P is equal to base times rate. So we are going to multiply the base and the rate. 1/8 times the 400 kasi nga the percentage is equal to base times the rate. So we are going to multiply this 1 over 8 times 400. So 400 over 8 is 50 since we multiply 1 times 400 and then 400 divided by 8 is 50. Therefore, therefore 50 is 1/8 of the 400. Okay, how many percent of 1,200 is 400? Okay, anong percent daw ng 1,200 ang 400? Okay, the same process. R is equal to P over B or R is equal to 400 which is the percentage over the 1,200 which is the base. Okay, so 1 over 3 or 0.33 or 33.33%. Okay. Okay, again, finding the rate is R. Okay, we are going to use the formula R is equal to P over B or percentage over the base. And then what about finding the base? Okay, finding the base is B is equal to excuse me. B is equal to P over R or percentage over the rate. And then finding the percentage again is P is equal to B times the rate or P is equal to B times R. Okay? So tandaan yung mga formula since na magagamit natin yan in finding the percentage, finding the base, and finding the rate. So again, let us recall the base is the whole which is yung kabuuan, yan yung base. And then the percentage is yung part ng whole or part ng kabuuan. And then the rate is yan yung naka-fractional form or naka-decimal form or in percent form. Okay? So which is the 50%, 25%, yan yung rate, 1/2 and 3/4, that is the rate also. And then 0.3 or 0.50, okay? Rate pa rin yan since na rate can be expressed in decimal, fraction, and in percent. Okay. So I hope you you listen carefully and learn something, especially in finding the percentage, the base, and the rate. Okay, so that's it for the lesson 3, which is the finding the base, finding the percentage, the base, and the rate. Thank you and God bless.